Hey. Love Diary Session. Monday night, 14 April 2025. Last week, the diary session was only posted on YouTube, and it says phone dependence, you must call. It's one of the reasons why it's not on Facebook, it's not on Instagram. So yes, I did keep my consistency packed, though I wasn't able to post on all platforms, which is why if you enjoy the diary sessions, please do subscribe on YouTube, because YouTube keeps everything into playlists, and Facebook doesn't only keep some of the lives and videos for only a month or so. So if you wanna keep getting them, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Nah, conversations with me. No. Alright, so yeah, okay. Today is the day that we talk about shame. Oh my god. When did I write that on the board? For me, I think I'd rather say 3rd March 2025, and I was going to do a live diary session, and prior to that, as I undergo like the meditation session before diarizing, I think I wrote it on the board, but I really couldn't talk about it. I remember in one of the videos a day in my life, there was a portion where like I featured it and I spoke about how I need to gut up before I can talk about it. Yeah, I think I'm ready, hey? It's D-Day. So, shame. What made me think about that? I discovered that, there's same things that we feel shame, or other people shame us, or we feel ashamed, or we fear being shamed in yezo aspects ezo. One incident that I want to talk about, then we'll unpack shame later after this incident. So now I'm reflecting on like my high school, one shameful act, I would say, that happened was that I got expelled at school when I was doing my matric. During the 3rd quarter. I had been a naughty one. The rebel in me was just awakening, and I was out to play. And that was not the reason why I got expelled. I think that's one of the reasons why, like, it's been such a thing. I've been so naughty, that when I got expelled, nobody was shocked, obviously, but the reason why I got expelled had nothing to do with my naughtiness, and that is the funny thing. I kind of got caught having skipped church. Church was compulsory every day, and I didn't like going to church because MRSL, they had those, most Catholic churches, and it was beautiful. Someone would probably say the most beautiful church I've ever seen. I just have a phobia though of the statues and there's stained glass windows, the massive, oh god, even now as I mention it, I just wanna collapse. So imagine having to go through that for like 3 years, every single day of my life I have to go and face this. Like I would always like keep my eyes low, check where I'm gonna sit and make sure I avoid those areas with those statues, and make sure that I don't look up throughout the service. Everything that's happening, I'm looking down, I'm just glancing at, like, oh my god, can you imagine 3 years of that torture? Every single day. So as time went by, I started finding ways to skip church, especially when I was in matric, because now, like, I found the perfect way of doing it, So business update must set up bank as channel. So Belala phezulu, my friend belala ezantsi, ne? And then I was skinny, ne? She was voluptuous, ne? So I would get into my bed, and I'm also thinking, nobody it doesn't show that there's someone sleeping, and then put the pillow on top, and I angene kweyakhe ezantsi, eyakhe yayisiyatshona, but ayibonakali kakhulu because yayisezantsi. So yeah, we did that on that particular Thursday. Bangena auntie, mama now bezochecka, going all the ezidom zonke, ne? Bangena lapha ukuthi bajonga baphuma bavala bahambe, ne? Sabeva bathe bayakho bapha ntoni, okay, fine. So we lay low like that until icawe iphume, ne? And I think because it was Thursday, the service was about 30 minutes, ne? Instead of the usual 15. So eventually iphume ke, and then when it comes out, siyabeva ke nabo abantu sebebuyile ke yabo, bade bazofika ke nathi ke siphume ke nyani ke ezibhedini ke zethu ke yabo. And then I ke seva ke ingxolo dining hall, yayiva mos ntrwaxa everywhere, ne? Sharp. So siphume ke, and then sehle iziteps ke, siyongena esiskwereni, like it was like a big square with several entrances into the square. Singene ngoku sihamba ke apha esiskwereni, we are approaching the dining hall. So when we show up, ne, everyone is in the dining hall, like, yo, amehlo aphume wonke, yo, what the heck is going on now? But we don't know, andithi siyangena ke nezashori zethu, yes, asineshori kishini kumxoka. Awundaba neshori, nyathela with confidence. So yo, mfethu siyafika ke ngoku kweza glass doors, like it was glass everywhere. Siyafika sithi siyavula the door, ayivuleki, hayibo sakuquza. And then ngoku aba abanye ke ngoku baya yabo, and then ke ngoku kukhonjwe ke ngoku omatron ba like come help ukubona. And then bafike ke ngoku omatron, xa befikayo avule ke ngoku mama kaPhedi abuze uba nivela phi, sivele ecaweni, ningene phi, ngoba yonke le minyango itshixiwe, everyone ungene ngalaa mnyango ongena straight to the dining hall. So no other door into the premises except the dining hall are open. That's how we got caught out. That is the church. Like, hey! So the following morning we had to pack up our things and go, ne? And mama ke wayesechilo kuba asozaphinde eze, because ke kudala equqa abantu abanezoxoxa case. The following morning nyhani ke called to the principal's office, and it was officiated isathathwa ne-transfer lekonatatiyele, and I had to go home and tell my mom what happened. And of course she was mad and she wasn't surprised, but yeah, I had to write matrics and tell her I only came to write matric in Rentally, but I spent September, October doing revision by myself, not at school. So last year we kune Marezel alumni event that was being launched, Marezel alumni, which I'm super excited about. But somehow I don't want to lie, the fact that like my exit there was so janjan, even though all those people, some of them have passed away, they've retired. I discovered which some people don't even know about it, but there's that shame that is still buried inside me that kind of like did not allow me to go. Even though I was bringing something exciting, and the people that were inviting me, the organizers, they were quite excited about my offer in terms of cinema, concepts, arts, fashion, that type of thing. So I guess I had to process that shame before I could actually integrate it into my system and understand it. There is no reason why I should be shameful about it, because it was Umumisa growing, unfolding, rebelling, and at the end of the day, I'm all the better for it instead of worse. I think that courage to just dare, even though again I was breaking, well, I didn't really break the rules that much, just bended a few, but mostly like clean game, right? That Nomisa is the Nomisa that is still bold enough now to take the off-beaten path, I guess. And there's nothing to be shameful about that. How often do we let shame hold us back? Whether we fear being shamed, or we feel ashamed of whatever, or someone has shamed us, or like we are ashamed of our story, or like we it rules our life so much and it holds us back. And it's so deep ingrained inside within a person. You know, it's something personal, ingaphakathi kuwe uyivayo wedwa, yabo. And I've learned through life ukuthi we should not let shame hold us back from following our hearts. You know, there's things that we do and we know very well that this may bring shame from those that do not perceive it as aligned to the societal norms and standards and expectations. So of course, people naturally will paint that thing that you should be ashamed of yourself. You know, if you follow in your heart and you are so sure, nah, don't be. Take that shame that gets painted upon you and use it as paint that paints your own rainbow. Right? That's what I do. And processing it, dissecting it, and integrating it is how I get to see the opportunity in it. Bearing the shame holds you back. Processing, putting it on the table and accepting it and integrating it, which, okay, fine, this probably brings shame in whichever way or form, but I will take that. I will eat it. Let's talk about shame, feeling deserving, né? Because sometimes shame makes us feel like we are undeserving of the good things, because like and shame holding us back from being our best selves, like you yeah, confidence. And then being proud of what we become when we allow shame to take its place and integrate it and not let it hold us back, and loving what shame brought along with it, because as much as you had been shamed for this thing, bottom line is it delivered something that is so golden and that was meant specifically for you, that you could not have missed for any reason. Okay. So my personal dissect about this is following my heart despite the shame it comes with, because that is when I am being my most authentic self most times, and I do not expect other people to understand and get what is going on in here. But eventually they do, and when they do, some of them, they realize that I was right all along. It was meant to be. There's something special in it, you know? Yeah. So okay, masi lose it. When I lose the S, lose the S, lose the S, lose the S. I'm losing mine. And the more I lose it, the more I step into this next level of me that does not allow that to hold me back. Okay? And that is a wrap.
Everything that happens is motivation. regard the work of motivation the most important work in the history of man. Everything that happens is motivation.